5 air disasters that changed aviation forever. The skies have given us speed, freedom, and connection. But every so often, tragedy strikes, leaving behind stories that change the way we fly forever. From supersonic dreams crashing in flames, to ghost planes and fatal flaws, these 5 air disasters reshaped aviation history. This is Aviation Addict, and today, we explore the moments that shook the skies. The Concorde crash, the end of supersonic travel. In the year 2000, aviation's crown jewel fell from the sky. Air France Flight 4590, a Concorde, was taking off from Paris Charles de Gaulle. But a deadly chain reaction was already in motion. A metal strip left on the runway by another aircraft punctured one of the Concorde's tires. Debris launched upward and tore into the fuel tank. Flames erupted. Engine failure followed. Moments later, the Concorde crashed into a hotel in Gonesse. All 109 people on board and 4 on the ground perished. It was the only fatal accident in Concorde's 27-year history, but its impact was irreversible. Public trust wavered, costs soared, and just 3 years later, Concorde was retired. The dream of commercial supersonic flight had ended, not with a design failure, but a freak accident. And yet, the skies never forgot. Helios 522, the ghost flight. August 14, 2005. Helios Airways Flight 522 departs from Cyprus, bound for Athens. But within minutes, disaster silently unfolds. A pressurization failure goes unnoticed. The cabin loses oxygen. One by one, passengers and crew fall unconscious, victims of hypoxia. For over 2 hours, the Boeing 737 flies on autopilot. Fighter jets intercept the aircraft only to see a chilling sight: a lifeless cockpit and motionless passengers. But then a flicker of life. A flight attendant, oxygen mask on, briefly regains consciousness. He makes his way to the cockpit, tries to save the plane, but it's too late. Flight 522 crashes into a hillside north of Athens. All 121 on board are lost. It was a preventable tragedy, a reminder that silence in the cockpit can be fatal, and that systems alone can't replace human vigilance. Turkish Airlines Flight 981, the cargo door catastrophe, March 3, 1974. Turkish Airlines Flight 981 takes off from Paris, carrying 346 people. 10 minutes later, a sound. Then, chaos. The rear cargo door, improperly latched, blows out. The sudden decompression collapses the cabin floor. Crucial control cables are severed. The pilots lose their ability to steer. The DC-10 goes into a dive and slams into the Ermenonville forest. Everyone on board dies. The worst accident in aviation at the time. But here's the haunting part. The flaw in the cargo door's design was already known and had nearly caused a crash just 2 years before. Warnings were issued, but not all aircraft were updated, and so 346 lives became the price of complacency. Since then, redundant safety systems and stricter regulations have saved countless others. But aviation never forgets the lessons paid for in blood. United Flight 232, Miracle in Sioux City. Not all air disasters end in total loss. Some reveal the best of what humans can do. In 1989, United Airlines Flight 232 suffered a catastrophic engine failure at 37,000 feet. Shrapnel tore through the fuselage, severing all hydraulic lines. The DC-10 became unsteerable, or so it seemed, but the crew didn't give up. Captain Al Haynes, his co-pilots, and even a training instructor on board devised a desperate plan. Use differential engine thrust to steer. For 44 tense minutes, they guided the crippled aircraft towards Sioux City, Iowa. The landing was violent. The plane cartwheeled and broke apart. But against all odds, 184 of the 296 on board survived. Flight 232 became a textbook case in crew resource management and a symbol of human resilience under impossible pressure. Malaysia Airlines Flight 370, the Vanishing, March 8, 2014. A Boeing 777 departs from Kuala Lumpur bound for Beijing. Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 carries 239 souls. And then, it disappears. No mayday. No distress call. Military radar picks up strange movements. Civilian radar? Nothing. Search efforts span thousands of kilometers from the South China Sea to the Indian Ocean. Years pass. Only scattered debris is found. The fuselage, the flight recorders, still missing. Theories emerge. Pilot suicide, hijacking, a sudden decompression, even cyber attack. But answers remain elusive. MH370 remains one of the greatest mysteries in aviation. A chilling reminder that in the vastness of the skies, even a modern airliner can vanish without a trace. Every crash tells a story of loss, of lessons, and of lives forever changed. But through each tragedy, aviation becomes safer, stronger, wiser. At Aviation Addict, we tell the stories that changed the skies and the rules that followed. Subscribe for more aviation deep dives, haunting tales, and stories of incredible survival. This is Aviation Addict, and the sky always has more to say.